All right, so let's tackle editing a tan line. The first thing you need to remember is that every single tan line situation in your portraits is gonna be a little bit different. We have to see what's possible. We're gonna try a couple of things out. You might try exactly what I'm gonna show you now to remove this. You might try it on your tan line problem and find that it doesn't work. And you might have to adjust your approach. What the sun does to skin when it creates a darkening effect, when the melanin comes out and darkens, what it does, it doesn't just change the luminosity, also affects the tone, the hue of the skin. So in this case, we have the opposite of that. The problem area is more natural skin where the sun hasn't been affected. It's not just the exact same skin color, darker or lighter. It is darker and lighter and a different skin tone. So this is why it gets frustrating for people. On top of everything, I'm going to put a hue and saturation layer and I'm going to take all the color away. Okay, that's number one, because I need to focus on luminosity first. This allows me to not pay attention to color. Once I get the luminosities working where the tan line appears to be invisible with all my texture still in place, then I know I've done half the battle. Then I can work on the color. Luminosity versus hue color is very, very important to handle separately as often as you can. Well, it's going to have to start with some basic healing. Let's start with dodge and burn and see how that does anything, if it does anything at all. Now, let's turn it off and on and see without turning off the color one. There it is. And this is what we've done. That's, to me, a pretty good result. Now, let's turn off the desaturation layer. It's the moment of truth. Here we go. All right, so you can see very clearly that there is a greenish band in there. This is common, absolutely characteristic of bringing up a shadow with dodge and burn. Hue, the hue of the skin in the lighter area and the darker area, the hue didn't match. The luminosity didn't match, but neither the hue. Now we fix the luminosity. So how do we fix the hue? We could paint the crap out of it with frequency separation, but I'm hesitant to try that first because I don't want to overpaint that area when I don't think the rest of the leg needs it. Colorize. That's the first thing I'm going to try is colorize. Colorize is dangerous because it's literally one color, but there's a lot of colors happening here, not just in the banded area, but there's a lot of different colors happening. This isn't just, you know, orange or tan. And now I do this numerically. We don't know if the saturation is right yet. No, it's not. So we're going to increase the saturation. Oh, too much. A little more yellow. Okay. From that to that. Okay, so as you can see, it's very orange right here, very yellow right here, but it's also orange down here. The orange matches one, but not the other. Okay. So there are some things that we can do with this. One creative approach that comes to mind would be another hue and saturation layer above it, clip down. And then we're going to shift that towards yellow. Okay. And then we're going to reduce the saturation for that highlight. Something like that. But it's too strong. So what we do is now we invert that. Get a white brush. And we're going to do like a 10% flow.